The casino buzzed with excitement. Bright lights flashing and the sounds of chips clinking filled the air. It was a glamorous night in Las Vegas, and everyone was dressed to impress. Among the crowd stood Jason Statham, effortlessly handsome with his signature smirk and sharp suit. He moved through the casino like a rock star, catching the eyes of many fans who whispered excitedly about his presence. As he approached a high-stakes poker table, laughter erupted from nearby players. Statham's charm radiated as he exchanged friendly nods and smiles, but there was an underlying thrill in the air. The casino staff recognized him, and a few even snapped discreet pictures on their phones. He took a seat at the table, confident and ready for fun. The atmosphere felt electric as cards were dealt, and Statham's charisma only added to the energy. Little did he know that this night, the one filled with glitz and glamour, would soon take an unexpected turn that would change everything. As the game began, the atmosphere shifted. The dealer, a smirking man with an unfriendly glare, seemed unfazed by Statham's presence. Within moments, he dealt cards with a sharp flick of his wrist, but his attitude soon became evident. When Statham made a confident play, the dealer scoffed loudly. "You think you can win with just that? Stick to the movies, pretty boy." A wave of gasps rippled through the crowd as players turned to witness the unexpected confrontation. Statham's expression went from playful to serious in an instant. The room buzzed with tension as whispers spread. "Did he really just say that?" someone murmured. Statham remained calm, but could feel his cheeks flush. Choosing to maintain his cool, he offered a casual smile in response. While inside, he felt a rush of indignation. This moment had become more than just a game. It was personal now. The dealer's rude comment lingered in the air, the turning point that set the stage for a dramatic evening ahead. In the wake of the dealer's insult, a hush fell over the table. All eyes were on Jason Statham, waiting for his reaction. Instead of lashing out, he took a deep breath and leaned back in his chair, allowing a calm smile to spread across his face. The crowd seemed stunned. They had expected fireworks, but witnessed composure instead. Statham glanced around at the other players, who looked equally surprised by his demeanor. He lifted his glass of whiskey, taking a thoughtful sip as if savoring a fine moment rather than an affront. "You know," he said lightly, his voice steady, "everyone has their strengths. Yours just might not be dealing cards tonight." His nonchalant reply drew nervous chuckles from some players while the dealer's smirk faltered slightly, unsure how to respond. Statham's ability to stay cool under pressure only added to his charm. He knew he was playing for more than just money now. This surprising restraint left an impression that neither the audience nor the dealer would forget easily. Despite Statham's calm demeanor, the dealer's irritation grew. He felt humiliated and decided to escalate the situation. With a sneer, he dealt the next round of cards with exaggerated flair, insisting that Statham was just wasting everyone's time. The other players began to murmur, sensing that the dealer was pushing boundaries. In a sudden fit of frustration, the dealer slammed down a card and accused Statham of cheating, claiming his coolness was just an act. Gasps echoed around the table as the tension spiked. Though Statham stood firm, the dealer's theatrics caught the attention of nearby security personnel. Security approached, their expressions serious. "We need to ask you to leave," one guard said, directing his gaze at Statham. "We can't have any disturbances." The crowd watched in disbelief as the actor, known for his action roles, was escorted out of the casino, his calm now replaced with incredulity. The night that had started with glitz and glamour had taken a sharp turn, leaving everyone buzzing with excitement about what would happen next. Once outside the casino, Jason Statham felt a mix of anger and humiliation wash over him. The night had turned from fun to farce in an instant, and he couldn't shake the feeling of being wronged. While leaning against a sleek black car, he brainstormed ways to turn the tables on the rude dealer who had insulted him. His mind raced with ideas, each more outrageous than the last. A smirk crept onto his face as he envisioned a clever plan. Using his celebrity status, Statham decided to stage a fake charity casino event with his friends and other celebrities, making sure it would attract a lot of attention. With the press invited and the casino staff unaware, his revenge would be sweet, a night full of high-stakes games where he would outshine his previous encounter. Statham imagined himself at the center of the action, infusing humor and flair into the evening while ensuring that the dealer's name was mentioned often, leaving everyone talking about how he had been bested by a movie star once again. To execute his grand plan, Jason Statham knew he couldn't do it alone. He reached out to his friends and fellow actors, each eager to join him in his quest for revenge. First on his list was his good friend, Dwayne Johnson, who always had a flair for the dramatic and could bring a sense of fun to the event. Next, he called on Gal Gadot, known for her charm and charisma, knowing she would draw crowds and attention. Then there was Ryan Reynolds, whose quick wit would keep everyone entertained while also keeping things lighthearted. Soon, the group gathered at Statham's home, buzzing with excitement about the charity event. They brainstormed ideas, throwing around extravagant themes and creative challenges for the games. Each actor added their unique flair. Dwayne suggested an impressive entrance involving sports cars, while Gal proposed a flashy auction with signed memorabilia. As laughter filled the room, Statham felt a sense of camaraderie growing among them. Together, they were not just planning an event, but setting the stage for an unforgettable night of fun and revenge. As the date for the charity event approached, Jason Statham and his friends crafted an elaborate scheme to ensure their plan would succeed. They decided to use disguises to infiltrate the casino and gather information ahead of time. Dwayne Johnson took on the role of a flamboyant high roller, complete with flashy jewelry and an over-the-top persona that would draw attention. Gal Gadot transformed into a glamorous VIP host, charming everyone with her charisma, while Ryan Reynolds opted for a quirky casino worker look, ready to gather intel from unsuspecting staff. Each disguise played a crucial role in their plan to outsmart the dealer and the casino personnel. The group also set up clever tricks throughout the event, like surprise games that would keep the audience engaged while spotlighting the dealer's earlier insult. Statham made sure to plant rumors about how the dealer would be facing off against him in a special challenge during the charity night. With every detail meticulously planned, their scheme was poised to not only entertain, but also deliver sweet revenge. The night of the charity event arrived, and excitement buzzed through the air as Jason Statham and his friends took their positions. Dressed in their disguises, they exchanged mischievous glances, ready to set their plan into motion. Dwayne Johnson strutted into the casino with a flamboyant flair, drawing attention from patrons who couldn't help but admire his over-the-top style. Gal Gadot worked the room seamlessly, charming guests and gathering intel, while flashing her captivating smile. Meanwhile, Ryan Reynolds, in his quirky casino worker outfit, provided comic relief as he playfully interacted with the staff. "Can I interest you in a complimentary drink?" he joked, earning laughs while discreetly listening to staff conversations about the dealer. As the crowd settled in for the evening's festivities, Statham took the stage to introduce the night's special games. The tension mounted as he announced the dealer would face him in a showdown, igniting murmurs of anticipation. With humor and excitement at every turn, their scheme was about to unfold, promising a night to remember for everyone involved. As the night progressed, excitement crackled in the air, and it was finally time for Jason Statham's showdown with the dealer. He stood center stage, confident and collected, as the lights dimmed and a spotlight illuminated him. The crowd hushed in anticipation, eager to witness how Statham would turn the tables on the man who had insulted him. With a charismatic smile, Statham called out the dealer's name. The rude dealer stepped forward, appearing taken aback by the spectacle. "So, are you ready for a real challenge?" Statham asked, a playful glint in his eye. The audience erupted in cheers and laughter, fully entertained. As they sat down for a high-stakes game, Statham unleashed his clever plan. Using the tricks he had set up earlier, he quickly gained the upper hand, making bold plays that showcased both his skills and his sense of humor. As he racked up chips and impressed the crowd, the dealer's confidence waned. The tables had turned, and Statham knew this moment would be one the dealer would never forget. As the final round concluded, the crowd erupted into cheers, celebrating Jason Statham's triumphant victory over the dealer. With a twinkle in his eye, Statham rose from his seat and faced the dealer, who looked humbled and embarrassed. "You see," he said with a grin, "it's not just about the cards you deal, but how you treat the players at the table." This moment of confrontation wasn't just about revenge. It was a lesson in respect and humility. Statham took a deep breath, realizing how much this experience had taught him. He didn't want to leave the dealer with bitterness. Instead, he extended a hand and offered words of encouragement, suggesting that everyone deserved a second chance to learn. The dealer hesitated, but then accepted the gesture, and the audience watched as the tension melted away. The evening ended not only with Statham's victory, but also with an unexpected moment of forgiveness. As the crowd celebrated around them, Statham felt a surge of satisfaction, finding closure in a night filled with lessons learned and friendships rekindled. As the night wound down, Jason Statham and his friends gathered away from the bustling crowd, their laughter echoing in the air. Relieved and joyful, they celebrated not just Statham's victory, but the bond they had forged through the ups and downs of the evening. Dwayne Johnson clapped Statham on the back, shouting, "Now that was a show. You really turned that around." Gal Gadot chimed in, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "And you handle that dealer like a pro. I couldn't believe how calm you stayed." Ryan Reynolds added with a playful grin, "Honestly, I was half expecting you to do a roundhouse kick just for dramatic effect." Amidst the jokes and camaraderie, Statham felt grateful for their loyalty and support. He realized that while revenge had been sweet, it was the friendships that truly mattered. They had stood together when things got tough, and in this moment of reflection, he knew they could face anything life threw their way. Together, they shared a toast to friendship, laughter, and the unforgettable memories they would cherish forever.